one of the most confusing romance dynamics I have ever read in a yaoi. Like, this made no sense.
Ooh, Yaoi review.
Hi everybody, it's Corbin, and today I'm here to talk to you about Fake Fur by Satomi Yamagata. We shall read the back and delve into the nitty-gritty. When I was in high school, I acted cool, relates the quiet Yamashita, but all I could think of was kissing someone. That someone happens to be Kubo, one of his buddies. At first, Yamashita thinks that being attracted to the same sex is a normal behavior for boys at the age of 17, a stage that everyone grows out of. But things change when he receives chocolates on Valentine's Day from a boy. Since then, Yamashita has begun to question his sexuality and become increasingly aware of his growing attraction to Kubo. Will he risk his friendship with Kubo just to express his feelings? Join Yamashita in his journey to self-discovery and find out if, in the end, he is willing to shed his fake fur. This is rated 18+. It's published by Juné. Now, let's get into it. First, let's discuss art style. This is kind of, because I've been watching it, reminds me of Ouran Host Club. It kind of reminds me of how all of the boys are drawn. It's a little bit dated of a style, but it's still a well-established, safe style to depict everybody in. Now, I like the art style. It's firm, it's cemented, it's a classic. It's not going anywhere. It is not classic as in the 80s. It's classic as in, like, 2003. Now, let's talk about story. This has been one of the most confusing romances I've ever read in my life. It made no sense, and it really threw me for a huge loop fit, and I just don't know how I feel about it. Now, it picks off where it is Valentine's Day, or whatever the chocolate exchange day is, where girls give boys chocolates, and one of the boys receives chocolate from a boy. So that's the Yamashito. I will tell you now, from there, it kind of just spirals into a WTF moment the entire book. He is all of a sudden questioning if he's gay or not, and he's all of a sudden questioning on, should I start going to gay clubs, and oh my god, I am in love with my best friend, so I must kiss him and make out and have sex with him. And it just, you sit there and you're reading it, and the entire time you're going, you never grew out of teenage angst. You never grew up out of that sex equals love. I will tell you, it's very slow running. He confesses his love to his friend. Him and his friend go on a vacation, and while there, they walk in on somebody having gay sex. And the two sit there and are like, whoa, guys actually do that? Whoa. And then they share a kiss the last night they're together ever again. And it's just one of those things that you sit there and go, what? And then Yamashito is sitting on a park bench for almost half a year. Every day he goes to the same park bench where they used to meet every day, and he just sits there. And he ices people out, he hates people, and he pretty much calls like this gay club, and the president of the club sends like a rookie guy who's used to dealing with young teenage kids to go talk to him, and the only way that guy knows how to fix his problem is by sleeping with him. Very weird. Then, because he slept with Yamashito, the guy from the club loses his boyfriend. It's so confusing and feels so pointless. And then after he loses his boyfriend, we fast forward like 10 years, where all of a sudden Yamashito's in an established gay relationship with some guy who's very controlling and territorial, and refuses to let Yamashito go on a vacation to see his first love, which was the friend who kissed him, and then they never saw each other again. Because that friend was writing him to say, hey, I opened my restaurant. I'd love for you to come so I can cook for you like I used to in the old days and show you how much I love what I do. Nothing remotely seeming romantic there, to be quite honest, because he was one of like 200 people that was invited. It was the most WTF filled yaoi ever. Very slow paced. It wasn't bad. There is an extra, which is the dirtiest part, where we actually get to see but smash smash. And even that part was really disappointing. And I find out that this is volume 2 in a non-official series because of the author's afternote. I cannot recommend this to you. I did not see the point of this yaoi, which sounds really harsh. It was okay. I mean, it's a nice one-time read-through throwaway. I probably will never pick this up again. I'm happy I did not pay a retail price, because at $12.95, I think that's too much. This is probably one of the lowest rated yaois. I probably would give it 1 or maybe a half a star out of a 5-star rating. This just was no good for me. I'm sure there's people out there that would absolutely love this, and they love the broken teenage angst. I don't. I wouldn't bother reading it. I like her drawing style. I'm sure I might like a more angsty story that makes sense and isn't so disjointed, but that's not what this one was. So if you guys have read this before, let me know your thoughts down below. Shoot me a like, a favorite, subscribe, and share this with a friend who likes yaoi, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Ooh, yaoi review.